What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I need to figure out how to fade that in. I don't know. We're still working on the intro, but welcome back to the My Crypto Journey live stream. Hope you had a fantastic weekend. And I see a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt on my timeline today. Obviously, crypto is down. And if you look at the crypto bubble, this is a representation of what's been going on in the market with all the top cryptos on the day. And we are down pretty significantly. But let me say something. I want to start off this stream with some positivity, okay? I want us to be positive. And if you had some Monday blues, it's time to shake it off with some cryptocurrency news, because you see red bubbles, but I see opportunity. I see a ton of opportunity out there to buy your favorite projects at prices that we may never see again. We probably will, but you never know, right? So welcome back to the stream. Do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're watching on YouTube. And if you're watching on X, make sure to like the video, repost. Reposting helps a lot. And give your boy a follow. And a special shout out to all of my members on YouTube and my subscribers on X. It's been awesome that you guys are supporting me every single month. Absolutely love it. I appreciate you guys. Sorry, my voice is gone a little bit this week. And I don't know why my voice is gone. I didn't really do anything. But what's up, Star? Good morning. Thank you so much for posting the stream. First repost of the day. And huge shout out to Javi, #1 in the chats over on YouTube. This guy's almost undefeated. J-Hal got him one time. You know what I mean? But pretty much undefeated. What's up? Don't know what language that is, but welcome, baby, to the stream. What's up, Bricked Haikios? Why not LFGO legend? Not looking at meme coins right now, but we'll get into that a little later. Jayhawk, good morning. Jayhawk, I beat Elden Ring. I beat Elden Ring in a week. That lets you know what I've been doing all week. It's a fantastic game. I want to play it again, but I can't let my life be consumed by a video game because it is fantastic. I haven't played video games in forever, but that shit was absolutely fantastic. 10 out of 10 game. Extremely hard, but still fun. Dr. MW Kitchen, good morning. How we doing, brother? With the fresh green suit on with the brown tie. Love that color. We have Brandon. Good morning. Felix Gandalf. Felix says, is this the beginning of the bear market? I love Felix. Felix has been a subscriber for about a week. This motherfucker walks in here bearish every day, but I love it. Welcome, Felix. Happy Monday. Star, thank you so much for reposting the stream. GM to you, baby. Pepe, good morning, lol bonk. Dude, Bonk Fun is, first of all, Kayla, today's your official birthday, correct? Let me double check, because that's the Telegram told me. I want to make sure. If not, then obviously correct. But I gave you some birthday wishes last stream. Brandon says, I made some good profits on Epic Chain yesterday morning. Nice. Bonk. We love Bonk. Mr. Bruce Wayne, good morning. Good morning. How we doing? GM, brother, love from San Chan family. Bonk sucks. Yeah, we do have some interesting Bonk Fun news, because Pump Fun took over the #1 spot, and they're starting to dominate again, right? You thought Pump Fun was dead. I thought it was dead. It's not dead. It's absolutely not. Now, I do want to start off with some positivity this morning, because this is an insane fact. Fun fact, guys. 10 years ago today, Bitcoin was $258. Can you imagine going back in time and being able to get a Bitcoin for $258? Shout out to the CD Panda Army. Appreciate you guys. Good morning. Tolly the Trencher, good morning. How we doing, Tolly? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you guys had a fantastic weekend. Okay, so I do want to go over some stuff before we get started. We have some huge things that are going to happen this week that can dictate whether or not the market's going to pump or the dump. So Wednesday, August 20th, we have the Fed minutes. Now, I watch Cryptosaurus, I watch Coinbear, I watch a lot of different people to get their perspective on things. They're better when it comes to technical parts of like the economy and those sorts of things. But obviously, if you're in the crypto space, it's important to pay attention to what's going on outside of the space to know what's happening in the crypto space. Because just like the rest of the market, crypto markets are following all markets. So whatever's going on in traditional markets usually is what's happening with crypto. It's kind of correlated, especially the institutions are in on Bitcoin. Bitcoin are the movers of the market. You know, that Bitcoin pumps, the rest of the market pumps, vice versa. Are we seeing a true altcoin season right now? No, not yet. We haven't got there yet, but Ethereum was close to its all-time high. And to be honest, I expected a little blow off from the top, right? Okay, so are we going to get a rate cut, right? And how many basis points are going to be cut? Is it 25? Is it 50? We don't know, right? A lot of us are expecting 25 at least. But I will tell you that the rate cut drop percentages, and they fluctuate usually, went from like 98 to like 96 to 94, and now to 85% that we will get a rate cut. So 85% is pretty damn good, but still we are seeing the chances go down. And that's because we had bad inflation number, right? The PPI report came out, and Inflation doesn't look too good. They're saying it's being caused by the tariffs. Who knows? Friday, Jerome Powell's going to have a speech at Jackson Hole, right? Now, obviously, it's not focused just on purely interest rates and those sorts of things and cuts, even though that's all we want in the space. But last time he was there, he did talk about staying the course, and he emphasized that it was good to keep interest rates elevated to get a hold on inflation, right? So everybody's gonna be paying attention to how he's going to be speaking, what he's saying. Is he sounding hawkish or dovish? Hawkish, dovish, bullish, bearish. What's our obsession with animals in the trading world, right? Hawkish obviously means, you could say bad. Dovish means like positive. Bullish, obviously bearish. I think they call it a bull because the bull bucks up, bullish market up, and the bear claws down, bearish, which is stupid, but I think it's stupid, but whatever. But so a huge week for markets in general, huge week for crypto. And we're gonna have to see how Jerome Powell is sounding during this week and what happens with the Fed minutes. Last time they voted 8-2 to keep interest rates unchanged. One of those persons did resign. I think Trump is, encouraging a lot of them to, in his own special way, to, cut interest rates. We'll see if it happens, but obviously a lot's going to depend on whether the market pumps or dump. And I do think we're going to get interest rate cuts. I don't think it's going to be 50 basis points. I think it's going to be 25 basis points. And I think that we're still going to have a bullish fall. And maybe, my original pick of, August being kind of, I wouldn't say boring because it's been crazy during August, may hold true. I thought August might be a little boring, even though we've had pretty bullish August before, especially with Ethereum during the last runs. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to this week to see how we go into the weekend, but huge week. And it seems a lot of people are maybe bearish. There could be manipulation. I don't know what's going on. I mean, who knows anymore? But, say what you want about this market being manipulated, but let me tell you something. We literally have the son of the president just bearish, saying bullish, buy the dips, right? Eric Trump is coming out. Obviously, when it comes to all the Trumps, Eric Trump is my favorite because he's a crypto guy, right? You can be on the left, you can be on the right, whatever side of the aisle politically you land on. Usually when we vote for presidents, guys, surprise, a lot of what they do don't really affect us that much. I mean, obviously some things do, but if you're in the crypto space, obviously you wanted a pro-crypto president. And I think his son, Eric Trump, has been like the guy, that's the most knowledgeable at least. And he's telling us to buy the dips. Now, last time he told us to buy Ethereum at $3,000 and went all the way down to $1,800, but then went back up to, $4,800 or $4,700, I think 48, close to an all-time high. Which, it's one of those things in the space or just trading in general when someone makes a price prediction, like you can be right eventually, and then they do a victory lap when they're right eventually, right? So it depends, because if you say buy Ethereum here, people buy $3,000, it dips to $1,800, people panic sell because they can't hold, and then it goes back up, people feel bad. But, this is coming from the son of the president, right? So that's important to keep in mind. I do want to point out the fact that, and this is pretty cool. I like this. So one maybe wait, Lark Davis follows me? Oh shit, Lark Davis follows me. Lark Davis, what's up? That's cool. So Lark Davis started following me. That's fucking cool. Lark Davis posted this and I thought it was fantastic. He says, Justin, Google searches for crypto are at a 4-year high right now. Are you paying attention? And why I like this is because it shows the interest of crypto is going back up, and I'm starting to see it now. Like, I'm a crypto guy. And if you're not following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram. Links to everything is in the description down below. And if you're watching over on X, you can find it in my profile, my link tree. You can find my Instagram account on TikTok too. Follow me everywhere. I'm starting to get more and more people reach out and say, hey, what should I buy? It's funny because people that are outside of the crypto space assume that I can predict what's going on in the crypto space, and I can't. Obviously, I'm armed with better information than most people because this is my job and I pay attention to what's going on. But who knows what's going to happen with the market? All I can say, right? All I can say is that when you're in doubt, zoom out. 10 years ago today, Bitcoin was $258. 10 years ago today, it's now $115,000. That's pretty crazy, right? It just goes to show that Bitcoin is the best performing asset. And the title of the show is PEPE, XRP, Bitcoin. Load up on these right now. What I mean by load up on your favorite cryptos right now, because if you think about it, man, those are all three different categories, right? Bitcoin, altcoins, and meme coins, even though meme coins are technically altcoins, whatever. I won't get into the fucking weeds of that. But, the point is, whatever part of crypto you're in, if you're in all three, if you're in two, if you're in one, whatever, the market moves as a whole. And all three of those cryptos represent some of the top meme coins, or excuse me, the top cryptos in their category. Obviously, Bitcoin's its own thing, right? Coin, whatever. It's the biggest crypto. It's more than half the size of the entire market cap of crypto. But when it comes to top meme coins, like meme coins are super volatile, but that's a blessing to the upside, right? It's a blessing because they're super volatile. And usually when they dip, you can bet that the top meme coins at least will move with the market. XRP, the top altcoin in the space, like next to Ethereum, obviously. But strong community, those sorts of things, like projects like that do well over time. So just wanted to, be a little more positive this morning. We'll get into some news here in a second. But I do want to answer some questions. Kayla says, yep, today's my birthday. Kayla, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Kayla, happy birthday. You're a special woman. Thank you so much for being a diehard supporter. I appreciate you. You're the absolute best. Everybody wish Kayla happy birthday. She deserves it. She's the GOAT. Only person I know trading meme coins and XRP. Red flag. Just kidding. But I appreciate you, Kayla. Thank you so much. You are the GOAT. Tolly the Trencher, thank you so much for posting the stream. Brandon says, happy birthday, Kayla. GS says, hello, Rodney and DJs. Good morning. Good morning. Sacco, what's up, folkers? How we doing? Good morning. We have more meme coin chillers in here with Murad. Kokoro. Shout out to the Kokoro army. GS. Brandon says, October is when the ship takes off. I agree. GS, Bluefin is biting. Dude, Sacco Hunt. You know what's crazy, Sacco Hunt, is that one of my exes was a PhD student, and she studied bluefish tuna, which is so weird. So weird. But Sacco Hunt's out there hunting them bluefish. Those are some big ass fish, bro. People don't know bluefin tuna. They're big boys. Club Crow, good morning. Pepe and Crow supporter. Good morning. Jay Hawk. Now it's actually her birthday. Kayla got the birthday cake for Kayla. Sacco Hunt, I know lol, trying to get one more person for the private charter to Coronado's offshore. Hey, man, I kind of miss San Diego. I kind of miss California. I kind of want to move back home. Maybe I will move back home. I need to get out of here, bro. Second one, salad bar there. Yellowtail. Oh, Yellowtail is good too. I always get Yellowtail when I get sushi. Small third. That's a big ass fish, bro. But yeah. Mizzy Matt, good morning, Jim. GS Tail Rodney is a TJ guy. What do you mean? Oh, GS is a Tijuana guy? Hey, let's go to Hong Kong. Let's go to Hong Kong together. You guys are not down. Send her over. I'll give some Bluefin 101. All right. All right, let's get into the rest of the news today. Oh, so check this out. This is pretty cool. So Bitcoin accumulation demands reaches his highest level ever. So obviously institutions, loving Bitcoin, and here's the thing, I just want retail to be in crypto. I want the average Joe, to be in crypto. $100 bags, $500 bags, $1,000 bags, those add up, Instead, we have all the institutions buying it up, and it's kind of scary. All right, they're trying to get it all for themselves, right? So this is interesting. So this was posted not too long ago. 134,000 traders liquidated in the past 24 hours, totaling $581 million. So 24-hour wrecked, 581. Right, we had $499 million long, and short we have 82 million. So a lot of people that were long in the market absolutely wrecked. You know what I mean? Again, Eric Trump telling us to buy the dips. This is this morning. I don't need to go into that. Let's see. The overall cryptocurrency market cap is at $3.89 trillion, which is insane. Bitcoin dominance, actually not that bad when you compare it to the rest of, like how, Bitcoin dominance has been looking if coin market cap wants to load right now. 58.9%. I remember our yearly low was back in December 6th, 2024 at 53%. And we're kind of close to our low that we pretty much had during the last week. Last week was 59.7%. Yesterday it's 58.9%. And Ethereum is still up around or higher Then it's no, I think it was 13.7. That was his yearly high. So maybe altcoin season still happening. The market's moving down as a whole. And Ethereum's still looking strong. I mean, we still have Ethereum trading around $4,300. Yeah, $4,300, not bad. Bitcoin at $115,000, which is crazy to say. XRP still staying around $3. BNB stellar week price action last week, hit an all-time high, which is insane. Solana did hit $200, but everything's moving together. So it did dump. Market is dumping a little bit. Quick random news that I wanted to throw in here. Thailand launches program allowing tourists to convert crypto into the local currency, which, I always feel a certain way when like third world countries are, going in on crypto, because I feel like they have no choice because inflation's so high in some of these countries. Obviously, Thailand, I don't think is, suffering as much as like, maybe Argentina and those sorts of places, but that's interesting. Michael Saylor's strategy, which is it really a strategy? I guess it is a strategy, or just top blasting, Obviously, they're buying the dip today, but Michael Saylor's strategy buys 430 Bitcoin worth $49 million, right? And this is a visual representation of all the Bitcoin they have, $72 billion in Bitcoin. And I think they're going to try to bring their company public here soon, which is going to be interesting, right? So crazy visual representation of MicroStrategy. Pretty crazy. So they own a lot of Bitcoin. And I think their average price is like 70-something thousand or something like that, which is not bad. They're up pretty good. Pretty good. Now, a lot of people ask what happens if Bitcoin goes down and goes below that price. I don't want to be in a place like, because that could really make the market take a shit, right? Yeah, but that was interesting, right? All right, what else do we have? DCA all day, yes. Did you see Choose Rich calling MicroStrategy a Ponzi? Yeah, Glenn, first of all, Choose Rich is absolutely funny. Did he get kicked out of like an Avalanche thing for like showing his dick or some shit like that? or taking a piss on somebody or something like that? I did see that, yeah. And a lot of people are calling MicroStrategy a Ponzi. There's a lot of videos on YouTube that are not so good on MicroStrategy. If you think about it, Michael Saylor's, let me throw another Zin in, but back in the day when, before crypto, this is another company. This wasn't a crypto company from the beginning. They started early. I think they went under during the .com bubble, I think. But yeah, so they did switch to crypto. I don't think Michael Saylor's been on the Bitcoin train from the very beginning, but if you think of the whole like lifetime of crypto, like he's a real one, right? He's been in, right? He's been in. Correct. I wouldn't say his word is Bible, but I do think there's something to be said about constantly buying and being extremely leveraged. Exactly, Glenn. Because if they ever get wrecked, the rest of the market is getting wrecked with them. That's what I think. That's one of the black swans I think that could happen in the crypto space. It's no longer Binance going under. I think Binance is probably bulletproof, especially after the shit they went through during the bear market. But definitely a situation where we could see some catastrophe, right? So hopefully, hopefully it doesn't happen. But it's pretty crazy. It does make you, it does make you a little scared, right? But we'll see. Now, obviously, Michael Saylor, perma bullish. He doesn't think we're going to have a crypto winter like we did last time. Now, we probably will obviously have a dip in the market. It always happens, a recession or something like that. But will we have a crypto winter again where Bitcoin drops so dramatically and drastically? I don't know because it was crazy in 2022. Now, this is interesting. So U.S. Bitcoin ETFs now hold $1.3 million worth of Bitcoin worth 1.3 million Bitcoin worth $154 billion. And you can see the different companies, BlackRock, Fidelity, Grayscale. I mean, fucking geez. Grayscale Bitcoin, Grayscale Bitcoin Mini, ARK Invest, Bitwise, VanEck, Valkyrie, Invesco, Franklin Templeton, Wisdom Tree. Like, look at all the Bitcoin these guys hold. And obviously BlackRock dominating everybody with $83 billion worth of Bitcoin. So that's crazy. That's actually crazy. Wow. So what does this mean for ISOs 2022 becoming compliant? Yeah, Brandon White. So the thing is, like with ISOs, I think that, now they can finally have the room to do what they wanted to do because of the whole SC. Here's the thing. XRP is the number one ISO, right? Just by market cap size. It's just the big guy. The other ones, even though they weren't in trouble with the SEC, like it's like they're gonna follow what XRP. It's why when XRP pumps, you see like Zen slapping too hard right now. It's why you see like Stellar and HBAR, pump at a faster pace, because they do what pretty much Big Daddy XRP does. And now XRP can finally do what they want to do, which is become a part of the global monetary system. I mean, maybe not, who knows? I think some of these price predictions are outlandish, but there's a lot of people that in a lot of nations and territories that would need to get on board with XRP if they're going to challenge SWIFT or be SWIFT or whatever, but that's obviously the dream of XRP. And the thing is, like, what I would do with XRP is just have adequate expectations, because you just don't know. It's not that you just don't know. It's just what they want to do is going to take more than just a year or 2 years. And that's pretty much been the story of crypto. Is there's insane gains in crypto, probably better than any other space right now. And as more and more institutions and people get into crypto, the volatility is going to be less of a thing. And we're going to have like typical volatility, over time that you see in like traditional markets. But that's going to take time. And a lot of people don't have their expectations in the right place. They just buy some XRP and they think they can be rich like next week or something like that. But that's usually not how it works in the crypto space. You got to give it time. There's even like with meme coins, like some people can even hold some meme coins for a couple of years. And I get that, it's especially if you need the money, but crypto should be a long-term thing. But, I think always the burden of crypto, and I guess investing in general is like just like general knowledge that you're not going to get rich overnight. Most likely. Sometimes people do when they buy a meme coin or it goes crazy, and that's why people love meme coins. But just have some good expectations, some reasonable expectations for crypto. It's a crazy space, but yeah, have some reasonable expectations. Speaking of unreasonable expectations, just kidding. So Tom Lee's BitMine. So obviously Tom Lee's been coming out super bullish on Ethereum. He's been saying that, Ethereum's in its 120x stage, and a lot of people thought that was crazy. But then he compared it to, Bitcoin back in 2017 when it was $1,000 and it hit $120,000, so 120x. And obviously his price prediction for this run was like a 7K Bitcoin, which is right around our area. Javi. But he thinks that over time, Ethereum could do something crazy. And they hold $6.49 billion worth of Ethereum, making it the world largest Ethereum treasury. So obviously, he has a reason to be bullish on Ethereum. Shout out to John 316, XRP Army in the house. Yeah. So Glenn says, correct. It's going to be a Terralyn FTX type event. Yeah, exactly. You can buy a ton of Bitcoin and still lose. Yes, if the price drops, right? And there's some things that it's not going to be because of if MicroStrategy goes, if they get wrecked on those leverage, right? It's not going to be just because of them. It's going to be because of something going on in the world. Now, obviously, like world wars and massive recessions and those sorts of things can really put MicroStrategy in a spot where they could wreck the rest of the space, right? Because these guys are not selling; they're just buying. You see other institutions selling and buying a lot, but they're buying. Right. And it's going to be interesting, right? Obviously we love Michael Saylor because he's always bullish, and we like that, right? We like a little bit of bullishness, especially in a space that can be bearish sometimes, but yeah, very interesting. If you guys didn't know, the USA holds $24 billion worth of crypto, which is pretty sweet. Now, what's interesting about it, obviously Bitcoin, and this is all seized, I believe. So obviously Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent spoke last week, and a lot of people got mad at him because he talked about how the United States is not buying Bitcoin, but then he clarified and said that they're trying to look for budget neutral ways to, add Bitcoin to our treasury. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, the United States holds 198,000 Bitcoin, which is crazy for $24 billion. And I hope we can come up with some budget neutral ways to actually buy Bitcoin. And, because they're looking at it as a store of value. It's not a replacement to the dollar, any of those sorts of things. What else do we got? Oh yeah. So another, let me read some comments first. Asset prices are going crazy. Can't believe we don't have a recession in 2 to 4 years. Need correction after interest rate drop. We're going to see. All right. We're going to see DCA all day. Yes. Patience is key. 100%. Clayton Bigsby. That's from, isn't that from, that's from Dave Chappelle, right? Felix says, I just want to make $1 million so I can move it to something more reliable and exit crypto for good. I'm tired, boss. Damn, this motherfucker's trying to make money and get out. I get it though, but so you're not one of us? Is that what you're saying, Felix? But I get it. Felix, you got to have some patience, bro. You know, first of all, change that attitude from bearish to bullish, baby. You know, we need you to lock in. And I need a haircut. Jesus Christ, I need a haircut. My boy, look at this. You know, the lineup is gone, you know, just not good. We're going to get a haircut this week, guys. All right. Pump Fund took over again. Shout out to Sweep. So this is Pump Fund. 21,000, pretty much 22,000 Pump Fund tokens created last 24 hours. And Bonk Fund with only 795. Guys, this is fucking crazy. 22,000 meme coins created. And they're all meme coins, I'll tell you that. Over the last 24 hours is crazy. You know, that's crazy. That just goes to show you how 0.00001% of the cryptos in the space are reliable. And that's why I always say to stick with large cap bangers, especially if you're new to the space, because you're going to get wrecked. Like, you're going to get wrecked. How many of these tokens do you think were successful? Probably like, I don't know, 0.5% or some shit like that. It's crazy. The space is a dog eat dog, wild, wild west fucking showdown, baby. It's crazy. You know, a lot of people want to go balls to the wall on meme coins. They get absolutely wrecked. They get tired of this space. They get fucking wrecked. They leave the space for good when they should have just went mostly into large caps and then fucked around with a little bit of liquidity on the side. That's how you're supposed to do it. You're not supposed to go all in and start fucking trading meme coins, especially if you don't know what you're doing, especially if you don't have some sort of advantage. And an advantage is being part of a Telegram. Look, there's a ton of Telegram groups out there that even I'm in, and a lot of the times you'll lose. But these Telegram groups, they'll advertise themselves as we made people money, but it depends on when you got in. You have to be locked in. I'm in a few Telegram groups. They're public. They're not anything that's new. You know, I don't post about what I buy because I don't want to, you know, because me, with decent following, if I post something about like 100K market cap shitcoin, it'll pump a little bit, right? And you know, those sorts of things. That's kind of manipulation. But you need some sort of massive amount of people buying. And even then, you're probably going to be some sort of extra liquidity for somebody unless you're in early and unless you have like good expectations. And I'll tell you, being a part of these groups, like sometimes you need to be cool with a 2x or a 5x or something like that. And it may not seem like a lot because you want to get rich in one fucking shot, but you need to fucking settle your expectations, right? It's like you baiting us to roast you. Stop it. Felix Casper, patience is the key to success. Trust me. If not, ask Rodney. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Use a bot for verification tools. Yep. Henoch always told me, awesome, Austin. Austin says Henoch always told me that it's super simple. Just buy low, sell high. Dude, I remember that. First of all, I like Henoch, right? But yeah, it's people like crypto simple. Buy low, sell high. Like, yeah, no fucking shit, you know? No shit. Okay, we get it, you know, but it's tough. It's tough, you know? Shout out to Awesome. He's out there killing it, baby. I pop in the XRP stream sometimes. I'm usually offline more these days, but shout out to Awesome. If you guys want excellent XRP news, all in on like all the ISOs, Awesome is your guy. But Awesome, it's good to have you in here, man. Hope you're doing well. Hope the family and the kids are healthy, you know? It's time to panic buy. Yes. Henoch is preaching with David on spaces. Yeah. You know, I don't like to go to a lot of those spaces sometimes. I just feel like culty sometimes, but you know, yeah. But yeah, so we thought Bonk Fund was taking over. It's not. Pump Fund is dominating again. So maybe the pump token will pump again. We'll see what happens. But dude, where the hell have you been, bro? Like, what the fuck? Good to see you. Yeah. Well, I've been streaming for the last few weeks, so I'm starting to stream again. But I'm here in Florida, man, just hanging out. I just spent a whole week playing Elden Ring, so we miss you here. Stop poofing on us, and tell fam to come back. We hope fans doing well. I actually watch fans ASMR videos. Tell her to make it longer. I need a long ASMR video, like an hour, to put me to sleep. Like I can't do the 15-minute ones. Simone Chura says thoughts on Caspa. It's just a gamble for a potential run up in the future, or would you just hold Bitcoin instead? It's clear. Until it's clearly that it gets finally listed. Finally, I wouldn't even. Caspa is supposed to be a big, you know, techie proof of work blockchain. I think they're coming out with smart contracts soon. Yeah, I don't know. Casper obviously did some insane things during the bear run. I'm not a bear market, but when really the rest of the market was kind of Bitcoin was like 30K, 50K. I mean, Casper was doing some insane things, hitting all-time highs and those sorts of things. Yeah, I don't know too much about Casper, but super techy right now. And I'm not sure if people are really in this space for that sort of tech, it's mostly speculation in the cryptos. I mean, Chad, am I right or am I wrong? Like crypto right now is not about for anything else, but except for like Ethereum and Bitcoin, and Bitcoin's like a store of value. Ethereum, like people are going to be like institutions are going to want to be using it because, apparently it could be more efficient than what we use traditionally. But the rest of the crypto is just kind of like speculation. And that's why I like meme coins, because meme coins are just like price go up. That's why we buy meme coins, because they're funny, So I don't know. Honestly, Castle isn't kind of lacking. And when it comes to, the rest of the market pumping and it really not doing anything, but I'd honestly just stick with Bitcoin. And I know it seems boring and lame, but that's what I would do. And Casper like fell all the way to 43 ranked in the top cryptos, which is really, really good. Like I said the other day, 28,000, meme coins, or 23,000 meme coins created in the last 24 hours. That's how many cryptos and tokens are created. So being ranked number 43 is not bad. Ozzy says, glad you're back streaming on your channel, and Fan is good. I'll have her hop in here. I just saw you were streaming again, but my mornings are slammed with kids soccer. That's good, Ozzy. Living the fucking wholesome life, being a good dad. My guy. Shout out to your kids. Not going to have daddy issues, Good productive members of society. But I'm glad you're here, Austin. Hope you're doing well. Dude, me and Austin used to like talk on the phone every single day, which is crazy, which is kind of nutty. Glenn says, if you're buying for the tech, you're getting slow rugged. That's why I kind of like meme coins, because people know what they are, and you should know what they are. And we got duped a lot back during the last bull run. A lot of people did. But if you understand what they are and it's okay, once you accept it for what it is, you'll feel better. Like once you're in the crypto space and accept like meme coins and shit for what they are, you feel better. You understand that I'm probably going to get rugged if I don't get out. And if you're not using someone for extra liquidity, you're extra liquidity, right? That's just the way it is in the meme coin. Like I don't make the rules, okay? I wish we could just buy a crypto and everyone would hold and stuff, but the people that are complaining about these meme coins sometimes or tokens are the ones who just got dumped on, right? If you're the one dumping, then you're not mad, Kayla says, like Stacks uses Bitcoin tech, but still TPS is crap if you get stuck in nonce hell. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like I'm telling you something, like Bitcoin as a form of currency is stupid right now. Yeah, you go to Starbucks, pay for a drink, and by the time you're done, Bitcoin drops fucking 10%. No, well, not 10%, but a couple percent, and then your whole transaction's fucked up. It's super slow and clunky. It doesn't make sense. But maybe as time goes on, we have different layer twos, and it'll be cool, But that's why stable coins are such a big deal, How I use Rodney to teach my daughter to roast. Now she does it every time you on. Bro, I know we talked a lot. Missed those days. Rodney says since blocked my ass, deleted my number, and told me to focus. I did not do any of those things. I'm just kind of a hermit, bro. Exactly. We've been burned and see the crypto world for what it is. Shame, but it is what it is. It's not all the crypto world. It's not all the crypto world. It's just mostly meme coins. But I feel like a lot of people that are in the meme coin space, the best thing you could do is just be armed with knowledge, right? And some sort of advantage. Like join a big Telegram group with like 20,000 members and you'll be a little successful there. But I'll tell you that you got to be locked in and online most of the day. You need to have crypto on your phone. You need to have some sort of protocol on your phone to buy and sell when the opportunity arises. And the truth is, most people, average people who have a fucking life, don't have the time to do those sorts of things. Austin, you feel special, huh? Motherfucker never texts me back. It's the grifters trying to ride the coattails of Bitcoin. Yeah, I don't know if it's even grifters. It's just people that see an opportunity. Like you have to, right now, like it's an opportunity to make some money, right? I know, bro, just have to give you crap when I get my chance. We're all busy doing our thing. Yeah. It's good to see you all, Austin, man. And I'm glad you're doing well. I popped in, I think maybe like a week or two ago. I think I saw a link on X to your stream. And it's popping, bro. It's absolutely phenomenal. I remember back in the Terra Luna days, dude, no one did it like Austin, bro. Nobody, not a fucking soul in this space did it like Austin. So glad to see you fucking killing it, my guy, my dog. And again, if you guys want XRP content, like good, high quality XRP content, Ozzy Austin's your guy. I think you talk about it like most days. Like he's really tapped in. What else do we have? Do we have anything? We saw that the Winklevoss twins filed to take Gemini public on the NASDAQ. So that's obviously MicroStrategies and Gemini. They want to go public on the NASDAQ. We'll see what's going on. But this is a nice telltale sign. You can say a mass adoption. But yeah, I mean, market's still down a little bit today, guys. Remember the big events that we have to look forward to is obviously Wednesday. We have the Fed minutes. We'll see what's going on. Obviously the chances of a rate cut have dropped like 10 points down to 85%. Friday, Jerome Powell has that speech at Jackson Hole, and people are going to be looking to see if he's hawkish or dovish. Hawkish, hawk, bad, dovish, good, right? Is he negative or positive? To see if the market's going to be bearish or bullish. What's up with our obsession with animals? I don't know, but we'll see what happens. Obviously, bad PPI data, and that's why the market had the initial dump after Ethereum got close to an all-time high last week. We'll see what happens, but all eyes on the crypto market today. But I'll say, in the grand scheme of things, dude, we're bullish, right? Like I said, I literally led off the beginning of the show with 15 years ago today, Bitcoin was $258. That's crazy. That's actually crazy, right? But load up on top projects that have shown to move with the market, right? Yes, he is. I've been streaming for almost a full year. So yeah. I'm just happy to be back, bro. Missed your morning streams. Yeah, I started streaming in the morning again, so I miss streaming too. I was just doing videos here and there, and just kind of I just kind of got burnt out. Like making the same shitcoin videos every single day, just kind of meh sometimes. But streaming and covering the actual news is more fulfilling, and just hanging out with you guys is more fulfilling every morning. So we're still low on numbers. We'll get those back up. Slowly but surely we'll start to rise again. HB says we are bullish on SPX 6900. Yes, we do love SPX. Yeah, SPX is a fantastic crypto. To be honest, compared to, let me even go to the meme coins today. It was kind of lagging behind other, top memes last week. And I think it's probably down quite significantly. 21%. Yeah, which is on par with Pudgy Penguins, but you see like PEPE is only down 7%. And you would expect like top ERC20 meme coins to be not doing that bad, but they are. But, SPX did, if fucking coin market cap wants to work, SPX did, hit an all-time high recently when the market wasn't doing anything else. Well, at least the other meme coins are running. So it's still, you zoom out, it looks pretty good. So SPX, one of my favorite meme coins. And we got a big ass Starbucks coffee this morning. All right, what do we got in the chat? Did I miss any questions? How we doing, guys? How was your weekend? What'd you guys do? What'd you guys get into? I didn't really do much. I beat Elden Ring, like I said. Not a big gamer, but holy shit, that game is fantastic, guys. And if you could, do me a favor, repost the stream if you're watching over on X. Well, 8 reposts. Let's get to at least 10. And then 15 maybe. Austin, don't think about, we forgot Ice. I seen that. That shit was so funny. Wait, what was the whole thing? That was the best video of all time. Oh, the leverage trading bot I was testing went live today. Kayla's locked in. Kayla's locked in on her birthday. Oh, dang, I'm going to jump in. Your stream again, Austin? Yeah, dude, Austin has very good streams. I watched the UFC event high. What's up, Stays Lit? Always stoned in the chat. Sonny Littlechi, Rod Nizzle. What's up, Sonny? How we doing? Welcome to the stream. Green eyes. Green eyes. UFC event was good. Unfortunately, Dricus got wet blanketed for 5 rounds, but hey, domination's domination. It was a little boring, but it depends, right? Oh, I swallowed that. Yeah, that was the... What do you think about Kita? I don't know what Kita is. Blob Jones. I was hungover and in bed all day yesterday, though. That's good. That's good. It's a sign of a good weekend. Except for Zins, I'm completely sober, which is crazy to say. But except for Zins, which does nicotine count as not being sober? I think it should count. I think it should count as being sober, right? We need to cross stream sometimes. It will help your numbers. Dude, I would absolutely love that, Austin. Maybe let me know when I can come in and just talk about the general news. I could just yap sometime. I'm so down, dude. Weekend DCing every day. Javi's locked in, bro. Javi's actually locked in. Jack, thanks so much again for recommending a PS5 Pro to me, even though they consume my life over the past. I beat Elden Ring in a week. I don't know if you guys know how big Elden Ring is. That game is hard. Dude, anytime, Austin, you pop in, bro. Let me know when you want the link, bro. I'll send it to you now, bro. Let me know when you want to pop in this bitch. I'm only on for like 25 more minutes. Cross streams like the Shivnobi days, dude. Yeah, Austin, whenever, man, let me know. Yeah, definitely. I'll sit here and yap, get the news going. How much milligrams in? Only 3. I'm not a fucking psychopath. GAT. Not a psychopath, but only citrus, because citrus is the best flavor. That's it. That shit saves you so much money and gives you so much peace. It actually does. This last week I haven't. Well, actually, no. I've been Postmating a lot of food, which has been bad, dude. Postmates, man. I've been calling that bitch like twice a day. It's crazy. Sometimes more. It's so bad. We're not on the Postmate train today, though. Well, but yeah, it was absolutely phenomenal. And for a famous person, it's perfect for normalcy. Well, I'm not a famous person, but it's just good to just, I don't know, get lost in a video game. Like Elden Ring, there's so much shit to do. It's just so fun. I connected with some friends I haven't seen since like for years ago. Like it was just fun. Like, got on the mic, just hung out. Oh, Jayhawk because race cars, yeah. Dude, that'd be sick. Awesome. Anything you want to do, you let me know. This is my streaming time. Let me know if you want me to come in and give like a news segment on your stream or just shoot the shit, bro. I'm down to do it. Got a lot of useless crypto knowledge in my head. What do you think about the repricing of gold? Are they worried about the dollar? I say hell yeah, they are. It's interesting because if the gold's, obviously, the dollar is backed by trust me. There's no gold standard. It's backed by trust me, bro. But it's backed by the most powerful government in the United States, in the world, right? Yeah, I don't know. I don't pay attention. I don't pay too much attention to gold and those sorts of things. Obviously rolling on Bitcoin and those sorts of things. But yeah, it's very interesting. When you look at the dollar, I mean, the thing is, like, I just think about things in a big picture kind of sense, and it's like, we're not going to be the number one forever. I mean, maybe we are, but I don't think we're going to be number one forever, right? We're the world reserve currency. I don't know, bro. I was texting. I wanted meat and got a whole barbecue meat tray. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hitman. Jesus. I just want to go to the record and record that crack is a better choice than race car. I know. Yeah. I just want to go on the record that crack is better. Is a better choice. Oh, wait, you want to go on the record that crack cocaine is a better choice than race cars? I bet for money it is. I hope you got it on. Kurt sure did. Backed by our military. Yeah, exactly. Backed by bombs, motherfucker. Panda. CD Panda on Coinbase, developer mascot, buddy. Hey. Bought a gold chain in 2020 worth $1,600. It's worth around $3,000 now. That is true. The Winklevoss twins made a funny thing. I think they were talking with Dave Portnoy back in like 2022, and they're like, dude, and it seems kind of crazy, right? They're like, hey man, gold in the fucking universe. Like, what if we can like shoot an asteroid down and get a bunch of gold or start mining gold on another planet? Now, obviously, if we can find a way to do that, which we're humans, we could do shit like that eventually. What if we find a bunch of gold on a rock somewhere in space and the value of gold that we have here, goes down? That's it. Bitcoin, you can't do that, man. I'm telling you, Bitcoin, you can't do that. Bitcoin, you know what? You can fit everything you want. I don't have a ledger around me, but you can fit anything. All your Bitcoin, most people, on a little ledger device. Imagine trying to go through custom with a bunch of gold bars and money. It's like, it's the best asset, especially if you want to move around. Don't be sidelined. Yes, don't be sidelined. Skunk, okay, you're talking about a meme coin. Skunk will pass y'all on the way to the moon. We have the Shillers in the chat. Good morning. How we doing? Yes, bullish on Panda in space. I fucking love meme coins. I guarantee you that was one of the 22,000 pump fund tokens that was created in the last 24 hours. I love meme coin chillers. They're fun. All right, what else we got today? Let's see if there's any more news. Anything popped up while I was yapping away over the stream? Let's see. Bank of America reveals, I don't know how legit this is, but only reveals 3% of Wall Street is invested in Bitcoin. What else do we have? Cardano to $25 is trending in 2025. That's a 28x here. Bullish or too ambitious? Way too ambitious. That's crazy. Can you imagine the Cardano rose? Oh, I need a nap. What else do we got? not a lot of crypto news. I think we're pretty much done with the news. Anything else? Let's see. Let's check out DGen news. Send me the link. I'll chill for the last bit. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome, Austin. Awesome, Austin. All right, let me get Austin in this bitch. Let's put on the headphones. A-team in this bitch. A-team with the D-gens. No better combination. Better than cookies and milk. Better than Batman and Robin. Better than, what else is a good combination? Bill Cosby and roofies. Better than a lot. Oh, we about to cook him. That information actually made my monthly sub worth it. What information? I'm yapping a lot. What did I say? I don't remember what I say sometimes. I sent it on X, Ozum. Yo,
what's up, bitch?
Jeez. Dude, every time we get together, your beard gets more epic, dude. What the fuck? Can you give me some time to catch up?
Dude, it's been a long time. I haven't seen you. I mean, like, dude, I feel like you've been MIA for a minute. I haven't seen you for a long time, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I started streaming maybe like 2-3 weeks ago, and I just been kind of like low key, you know.
That's good. That's good to stay low key, man.
Dude, the more, I mean, I'm 35 now, dude. I'm just like, I don't want to talk to. I just fucking stay inside, bro.
35 now.
Well, dude, I'm you know, it's either, you know, my knees hurt for no reason, the weight of the world, you know, just on my shoulders, just destroying my lower back all the time, you know, like just a bunch of shit.
Dude, but it's good that you have a nice little beard going too yourself, man.
Yeah,
it was getting. I remember it was getting all fucking crazy last time, and then like it just like kind of yeah.
Well, because I take care of it now. You know, I put shit in it, I brush it. You know what I mean? I'm like not a fucking. You know, I just started growing facial hair maybe like 2 years ago, so I haven't had a full beard my entire life. You know.
Yeah, dude, that's good to see, man. How's Florida treating you?
I hate it. This weather is so fucking cheeks here, dude. Like it's like 90 degrees at like it's like 80 degrees.
Really that bad, huh?
Oh, the humidity is crazy. Like, but it's beautiful. Like September, like October. That's when it gets really nice.
Wow, that's good, dude. Austin, we need some song funny. The reunion songs, dude. Rodney knows every damn song. That's crazy. You know what? Rodney knows like every lyrics to every song out there, which is always wild to me. So you're able to know that shit.
Oh, it's on YouTube. Just I always like talk shit about people for like being in the Netflix and like watching shows all day. But what they do in shows, I make up for like in like music and like random shit on YouTube. Like I'll learn about some random shit that is not applicable to my life. I just want to know it, you know. But dude, how are you? How's the family? How's the kids?
Dude, it's been good, man. Everything's good. You know, like I said, we got back into streaming. It's pretty crazy. What's up, Salmon? Good to see you, buddy.
Salmon, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's been good, dude. Just got back streaming again. You guys, you know how it goes, man. You get burned out. You got burned out, right? You have to step away sometimes and just like recalculate and just kind of think about what you want to do. And you know, since we came back, it was crazy because like my first stream coming back freaking blew up on XRP. It was insane. Like, I couldn't believe it. And then like, you know, you're out there killing it on TikTok, dude. I mean, kudos to you for the XRP content on TikTok, bro.
Yeah, well, you know, you see something in the algorithm and you talk about it, and honestly, like learning more about XRP kind of helped me. You know, even though there's a lot of delusion out there. I mean, you see it too, but yeah. I mean, yeah, TikTok I should probably hammer that home, like more XRP content. But I've been kind of seeing what's going on. I'm trying to do my clips from the stream, you know.
Well, the good thing is, remember, you know, like way back when we're like, man, we should just make, you know, let's make content off of like the legit cryptos that are out there. You know, that was kind of like the goal for like the longest time. And it kind of just came to fruition. And that's why I said, I mean, like you're killing it on the TikTok side. I mean, dude, what do you got? Like almost 40,000 people on TikTok now?
And just shit posting memes on Instagram too, you know?
Is that what it is?
It's Instagram. I got like 30,000 followers the last few months. Instagram just posting memes, like because I think I genuinely think they're funny, you know. But yeah, I mean, you're killing on TikTok too.
Well, not really. I mean, I don't post, dude. They kept banning me, dude. So like, I would live stream on there, and then they would keep banning me. Like I kept getting strikes, and so I was like, okay, well, I don't want to lose the account. So like, I stopped doing it for a while. Yeah, it's kind of weird, bro.
did you appeal them? Because with TikTok, I got a couple. Every time I would get a video, like whatever, I would just appeal it and immediately it would go away. Like I've never had like lost an appeal.
I did. So I did appeal twice. One time I didn't. One time I didn't. I actually got the strike, which was weird.
What you mentioned the president or some shit?
I don't know exactly what it was that I did, but I was when I started sharing like my actual screen and like I was talking about buying and selling. We were talking about margin calls and all that kind of stuff, and that's what it was, dude. So yeah, XRP memes are. I love the XRP memes. I'm still into some memes out there. There's a lot of memes I don't touch, but I mean like there's some that I'll play around with for sure.
Oh, meme coins. Oh, yeah. So
Kayla was saying if I got into the XRP, yeah, the A team, dude, there's a ton of people in my Discord, dude, that freaking love the XRPL memes, dude. It's insane.
Yeah, it's what I've noticed that these other like I wouldn't say obscure networks because people know about them, but like for meme coins, like I didn't know there was a huge HBAR or like Hedera like meme coin community. They were like raiding my stream the other day, like, and
dude,
you know what?
Huge.
There could be a gold mine in there.
HBAR is fresh, right? It's almost like when Sui came up, right? So what's funny is I was actually watching your stream, silent viewer, and you were talking about Sui, right? Sui, and it was like $1.50 that time, and it was right before like the meme coin craze on Sui hit off. I fucking was like, I'm gonna go buy Sui, dude, and I bought Sui because I watched your stream, and then Sui just like blew up, dude, and then like everyone's like, oh Sui, you know, or however you want to say the word, and dude, it's done phenomenal, and I'm like, bro, this is where it's at, dude.
Yeah, it's and honestly, like their devs are so down to earth. Like, remember they had that huge catastrophe with Cetus, which wasn't a Sui thing, but it's the number one liquidity provider, on Sui, and they had this huge, not hack, but exploit. And the devs came out, like they spoke with the community. They like talked about the same thing for like 4 hours straight because everybody who comes in the space that's new wants to know what's going on. Like I haven't seen developers do that because in this space we've dealt with a lot of fuckery, right? Especially back in 2022. Oh, yeah. Do Kwon and
big time,
Alex Mashinsky, and then fucking obviously most famously Sam.
Talk about a guy that just finally got his karma, dude. That's pretty wild.
He pleaded guilty, right?
Yep. No, he has to. I mean, he only just ruined and wrecked like millions of people's lives. No big deal.
You remember he fled to Montenegro and they have like no Asians over there. I think they're wrong.
The worst thing you could possibly do. And then he went to the jail, which is probably, dude, he's definitely not the same after that jail experience.
Oh no. I'm like, why don't you go to like an Asian country? Well, I guess, obviously Montenegro has like no extradition treaty or
so does Singapore. Why didn't he just stay in Singapore?
Yeah, but no one could. He would have dropped that motherfucker, and he would have just been living, life. Nah, he looks Korean as fuck, right? But, yeah, that whole situation was nuts, bro.
Dude, that was some fun times though. If you think about it, that's looking back, you're like, hey man, nothing we could do about it. We just had to ride through the wave, and it actually worked out. I mean, Trump coming in just like totally changed the trajectory of crypto, and it's a whole new world, and I freaking love it, dude.
Yeah, Tony, thank you so much for posting the stream over on X. I appreciate that. Shout out to the Roar community. Roaring Kitty, I think it is. I mean, that meme coin is fucking still strong. I love fucking meme coin communities. But, dude, crazy.
You're always kind of like you're like the meme coin guy still, dude.
Oh, yeah. I love meme coins. Yeah, I still love them. But honestly, like I'm less leaning into them now because, one, it's not fulfilling because they're just not here for a long time. And two, it's just like, the most successful people in this space just stick with the top cryptos, and win slowly over time. And even though
I found that, I think I found that out. I found that out pretty quickly. Like, I mean, it might start off slow, but you build a good group of people who it's crazy how many new people come into the space, and they're just trying to make it off of like just the simple things. And I'm like, wow, that's actually it's pretty good. That people are there's smarter people coming into the space than we were. 5 years ago. It's insane. So,
well, I mean, I think that the thing with us is that we just kind of came in and kind of faked it till you make it kind of deal. And honestly, I look back at some of those things and they were absolutely fun. I was looking at the Sida Realty stream. It was me, you, Believes, and Hobbs, I think. And like just like being in there and just all being duped together, like that shit was phenomenal. But
it's funny. I look back at the State of Realty thing, and with like all the RWAs, right, real world assets, like real estate coming online, like they were kind of ahead of. I mean, like, hey, say what you want, say what you want. They were kind of ahead of it now that I think about it. I was like, all right, I mean, that's kind of where it's going now, and I got to hand it to them as much as they are a bunch of tards. Like,
yeah, but Yeah, I think if they actually tried and weren't bullshitting us, then yeah. Because RWAs weren't like a new thing then, but like, and
they were
meme
bullshitting
coins.
us. That's the thing, is that if they actually really tried and they put forth the effort to really make that happen, they probably could have done well. But unfortunately, that's not in their DNA. Their DNA was just to dupe everyone. So unfortunately,
You hear a lot of them got arrested, right? You hear about that?
oh yeah, I did. I was, obviously I follow Faltron. Faltron posts everything, and it's crazy, dude. Faltron and I live next to each other, dude.
Oh, I heard about that because you guys both. Oh, well, I don't want to dox where you live.
Well, we live in the same area. Like we live,
Yeah.
like we don't live next to each other, but we live in the same area. And I was just like, dude, that's crazy, man. Like he's like, I saw you in Costco. I wanted to come say hi to you, and I was like, why didn't you? And he's like, I didn't know if it was freaking you. I was like, oh my God.
Austin, it's not. Imagine it's not you.
He's like, I didn't want to just start yelling at some random guy, and all of a sudden it's not you. And I was like, that would have been hilarious. Actually, you should have done that for sure. So
yeah,
but yeah, he posts all that stuff, dude, and I was all for it, dude.
Yeah, and it wasn't even for something we thought it would be, which is interesting. But it was just they were manipulating with fake volume and stuff like that, and selling when they were. I mean, shit that we knew at the time, but couldn't really prove it.
I mean, are they? I mean, like, isn't most projects still doing that? Aren't they still using market makers? I mean, market makers are still like the number one thing out there to use. Like, if you're going to regulate anything, regulate those things. I mean, because people are just doing whatever the hell they want with market makers. So,
well, I think the blessing and the curse of this administration is that, when we have a, president launch Trump coin, then repost about Melania a little later, and that shit takes. It's like
all gloves are off, dude. Anything you can't come after me for anything, knowing that you just did that shit. Like I honestly, if you come after me for like anything, like you just told us that we can do basically anything and not be held accountable for it. So,
dude, Austin, if I would have went back in 2022 and said, "Hey, Donald Trump's going to be elected again, and he's going to launch his own meme coin," you'd be like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Dude, it's so wild to me. I'm still kind of like I still hold my Trump token, right? I think I got in at like, I don't know, it was like 11, and I think I'm down on it, honestly. I think I'm down still, but like I'm like holding for the cause, right? It's like the SHIB days. I'm holding for the cause.
Toshi's gone.
Even though it's probably meaningless at this point.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would have never expected that to ever happen in my lifetime, to see a president of the United States launch a fucking meme coin. Like, what the hell, dude? Like, wild. So how's Jake doing? Are you guys still streaming together, or are you guys just doing your own thing right now?
No, I think we decided that'd be better that we just did our own thing. And on my part, I just wanted to because it was all like on his channels, but Jake's my boy. But we realized that one, I just wanted to do my own thing, but two, we work better when we do our own thing. Yeah. But going back to the whole Trump situation, the reason why I like Trump is not because he knows everything about crypto, but it's his kids, especially Eric Trump. They're so tapped in, bro. Like actually legitly tapped in.
Yeah, dude, they really, space. I mean, like I loved when he came out and trolled that one lady just the other day when he said like,
Eric again,
buy the dip or whatever. And then he's like, what, how about now? You should probably just get out of this industry that you're in, And I was like, oh my God, Eric Trump coming in hot, dude. I met them. I got to shake their hands over at Bitcoin, dude. So we were, I got the VIP in the Bitcoin conference. Like got to shake like Eric Trump, Bo Hines, Joel, or what the fuck, David Sachs, dude. Like I actually got to talk with David Sachs because so crazy. It's a crazy story. But anyways,
yeah, tell it.
One of the PayPal Mafia guys. What's up?
Tell the story.
Okay, so obviously, like I don't want to. That's right. I didn't want to bring it up, but I mean, so obviously, I was working with the Pure Wallet team. Still working with the Pure Wallet team. No, they got in connection with my Eric M. Jackson. He's the original the VP for marketing for PayPal. Like Peter Thiel hired him. I ended up meeting him. We ended up meeting him, and he's actually working with Pure Wallet. So David Sachs was his boss. And so he was over at Bitcoin conference with us. And so David Sachs and all of us got pulled aside and they're all talking and stuff. And so it was just a kind of a cool experience. Like I just, was like, holy crap. I mean, you kind of like, I'm not really want to get starstruck. I wasn't starstruck over, but it's just cool that like you're talking to a guy who's like heading our crypto, the United States crypto world. I mean, that's kind of what David Sachs is doing right now. And it was just really cool to like have that experience and to like shake their hand and, you're kind of like, oh shit, dude, this is actually the real deal. Like we're not messing around right now. This is actually really come to fruition on everything that we've hoped for over the last 5 years of creating content. So it was super cool, man.
Dude, that's crazy. And I need to go more events. I just don't really like them because I think that a lot of times, especially like the shitcoin ones, are like photo ops. But the Bitcoin ones would be fantastic. The last one I went to was a base one last year, base summit.
I sent you a text. I sent you a thing on Telegram. Like, hey, are you going to a Bitcoin conference? Because I was like, oh, I hope you're going, dude. Because like, I'd have totally hooked you up. We had some extra VIP passes I was going to hook you up with. But you didn't respond. You ghosted my ass. So I was like, all right.
Yeah, I'm a hermit, bro. I just kind of stay in, you know. I didn't know you were making content still. Two, dude, a quick question. One, one's not a question, but complete 180 from where the fuck we were 1 year ago today, which is crazy on just regulation. And two, what do you think about Bo Hines resigning?
Dude, I think that he realized that there's so much more money in the private sector. You know, he's okay. Like, he's an okay guy. I feel like he's like super young still. I mean, he's like what, 35 years old or like something like that. I mean, and I think that he probably found out there was more money to be made in the private sector. I mean, that's my thing. I bet you he's going to go become an advisor for some of these large projects out there and make buttloads of money, dude. And, you know, making $160,000 a year as the head of, you know, Bitcoin or whatever the hell he was. I mean, he's probably like, dude, I can go over here and make millions right now. And that's what a lot of these people do. I mean, these politicians, I mean, Pelosi's still making a ton of money. You know, I mean, that's what they're doing. So take advantage of it. I don't blame him for it. I would do it. I mean, why not?
Yeah, of course. I mean, come on. Like it's one of those things where you know, it's actually obvious. And the ticker is ticker symbol BO. Hashtag Bo. Come on, Bo. Launch the meme coin already, Bo. No, he doesn't, but he should. You know, why the fuck not? You know?
That'd be fucking hilarious, dude. Bo Hines. Yeah, Hogzilla for sure, man. I did meet you. Hogzilla is the first person I actually met that like came up to me out of nowhere and was like, dude, are you Awesome Austin? It was the first person I met and like, you know, was actually called. I was like, holy crap. It's super cool. Met his wife and his kid. We were in the store and yeah, super cool, man. So appreciate you coming up and saying hi to me.
That's the difference between Hogzilla and Faltron. Hogzilla had the balls to come and approach you. I actually was recognized a few different occasions. One in my elevator at my apartment by a guy who's part of
that's the worst. I don't live here. No, I'm just visiting.
No, I was cool. He was part of a community called Byte, and he actually followed me. Pulled up his phone, like, I follow you. He was delivering Postmates, and then I saw one guy at Costco who was okay. Remember Jesus Coin?
Yeah, oh yeah.
He's like, I'm a top 50 holder in Jesus Coin, man. I was like, oh shit, you know. But he was cool. He was cool. It was super.
Does it still exist?
Probably not. I mean, you know.
I mean, I think it'd be gone, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, it's interesting to be recognized in public.
Weird.
You know, at Bitcoin conference, there was like 7 people that came up to me and was like asking for photos and stuff. I thought it was really weird. Like, you know, I mean, it's not weird. It's just like you're kind of like, oh crap, like I just make crypto content. Like I didn't realize it was, you know, I had to take photos. You know, but I did nicely, right? I mean, it's kind of crazy. But yeah, you should do like the Bitcoin conferences, dude. Those are awesome, bro. Like I think you would have had a blast there.
Yeah, I think so too. I need to get out of the house more. I'm kind of a recluse, you know. I'm hanging out. I'm inside.
Dude, didn't you just like get back from Europe, bro? Like I swear to God, I saw a photo of you in Europe.
The only trip. Yeah, I went for a week, but that was the only trip I only got forced into that, which I loved going. But Jake was. It was for his birthday. He was not gonna let me sit this one out. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna save money. I just want to stay home. He's like, I bought your plane ticket. I was like, oh, motherfucker. But it was good though. I
haven't seen Jake in a while either. Is he still putting out content? I mean, because like as soon as you guys like stopped doing your you guys had like the boys stream or whatever.
Yeah.
Then I didn't see you guys for a minute. So
yeah, Jake does. Jake's actually, especially on X, Jake is killing it. And Instagram. I don't think he does a lot of YouTube anymore, but he puts out a lot of content. Like a lot.
Why does he stop doing YouTube? Is it just not paying, or it's just not like popping like the other ones are? Is that kind of where it's at?
I think so. The other day, him and Eric Trump are talking, and Eric Trump collabed with an Instagram reel with him, which is crazy. So
yeah, that's cool.
Which is cool. So Jake's he's still absolutely fucking it up, killing it and stuff, but just on mostly X and TikTok now. I mean, X and Instagram, gotcha. I think. Just like I think YouTube.
Dude, X is hard. X is hard, bro. I tried to build
YouTube.
X is such a slow mover for me, dude.
Well, with X, what I've learned is like because my numbers aren't going up as much as a lot of other people, but compared to some people, it's doing well, and you just have to bull post. Algorithm shit. Like schedule your tweets for every couple of hours and put shit that people want to kind of hear. That's the schedule. What are we buying today? You know, and shit like that. You know, shit like that and stuff.
I just posted about Trump. I literally was like, dude, Trump's like flexing like no other flex, and then I got like 70,000 views of a bunch of liberals attacking me. So that's really, if you want to, that's what you post. So
X is like that. It depends what your algorithm is, but if you like a few posts on X, they will feed you so much shit on that. Like you can go to some crazy rabbit holes. X is the internet decentralized, which I love. I just hate that sometimes you get some like titties on there sometimes, you know, randomly on X. Like, you know, I'll be like, I don't want titties right now, you know? It's 8 o'clock in the morning. You know,
dude, I had a guy follow me. He's like, yo, I'm a porn producer. And then like, he like tagged me in a few things. And all of a sudden I was like, bro, like you got to stop tagging me in these things. Cause it was like, and he's actually like a legit, like part of the porn industry. And I was like, bro, that's crazy. He's got a ton of followers. But I was like, dude, stop tagging me. Cause like then also my fucking algorithms all like go into like these like crazy things. And I was like, God damn it, dude.
That's crazy. All right, but I think I'm gonna end the stream. But Austin, it's been a pleasure, dude. Anytime you want me on, anytime you want to come on, it's been great. I think this is cool, man, because like you're obviously you're tapped in, I'm tapped in, and doesn't it feel better?
I miss these streams, dude. I think about these all the time, dude. We've had a really good time with these streams, and I know like it takes away from like kind of what you're doing. But we should definitely schedule some times where we get hop on, do some cross streams again. It was nice building, and we built each other's communities a lot, right? I mean, early days. I mean, I think you helped me build. I think vice versa, and it was crazy, dude. Like looking back where we're at now, and we should do more of them for sure.
And you helped me build a lot on just like I'm in the Terra Luna community, my Terra Luna videos. I remember that, like some of the best, I think not the biggest anymore, but at the time, some of the biggest videos I had on YouTube. So I do appreciate that. And my schedule, like I don't have kids or a wife, so I have a free schedule. So just text me and I will text you back.
I'll just hit you up. What do you do? I don't even have your I don't even know if I have your number, bro. Like I don't know if you changed your number.
No, I don't. No, yeah, my number.
Did you change your number?
No, I didn't change my number.
I don't even know if you have your number or not. I think I have your number still. I just don't think I text you at all.
Wait, is your number? I'm just kidding.
Last time I sent you a text was I sent you an X thing of crypto reals. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. Damn, rest in peace, huh? That's so sad, dude. I can't deal with death, bro. I cannot deal with death, bro. I'm so bad with that shit.
I was supposed to go out to his funeral, but like it was on spring break with the kids, and I was like, we were going down to visit the grandparents, and I was like, oh man, I felt so bad I couldn't make the funeral, but
I had a close friend, like I used to work with at Target back in the day, who just died from cancer. Like just nuts. A big Ohio State fan, just like hung out with him before I moved, like actually crazy. Bang Bus, yeah, I'm down to. I actually would like to be a porn director in my for another job. I'm serious. I'm dead serious. So
dude, you need to get go get that casting couch first though. You got to go back and get that black casting couch from the Airbnb a while back. Like get that first, and then we start.
That was the casting couch, dude. That's dude, so. Once get fucked on that couch, it's so uncomfortable. You know. Okay, the stream's going off the rails. You know.
I love reminiscing, dude. We had such great times. So,
dude, I like go back to the stream sometimes, just watch those old ones, like just like the Saitama ones.
Some of them are funny, dude. Like the one with Bleaves, dude, where he comes in and he's like, "That's the say, dude." That's one of the best ones out there, dude.
Oh yeah, dude. The Bleav situation's so crazy with the whole Ben Armstrong thing, man. He like really leaned into that and got fucked, you know. Dude, Ben
I was off the internet, dude. Like I didn't follow any of that kind of stuff, dude. And like, I kind of like that's I kind of unplugged, you know.
I almost worked for his company, Hit Network. I went there. I kind of tried it out a little bit.
Time we talked, dude. That was the last time we talked. Is that you were going to move down to work for Hit Network? Yeah. And then I think that's where you changed course and you ended up going and being with Jake.
Yeah, I decided not to go just because. First of all, they're fantastic guys. It was kind of like a pay thing. And for some reason, like my information kept getting leaked to Ben Armstrong. So there's some people there working with him that probably was still feeding him information, but it just seemed like a mess. But I mean, TJ is fantastic, dude. I just think the core team there is fantastic. At the time, I don't think it was just the right move for me, and I think I made a good choice. But they're still doing okay, you know.
Yeah, that's good. So. That's good. No, everyone should be doing okay. I mean, the markets are doing well. Yeah. We're in prime time. I mean, we're going to start booming here pretty damn quickly. We already started booming. I mean, like, you know, yeah. I mean, we're killing. I mean, honestly, my bags haven't been this big since 2021, right? I mean, it's been insane. So
isn't it funny how like ungrateful people are too. They're just like, fuck, what did it pump? They're like, dude, look at where we came from. Solana was at $8.
That was funny because like that's kind of like where we started, right? I mean, like we're kind of like, yeah, dude, like where's the pump? Like, you know, came in and like we all rode that all up, rode it all the way down, and like, dude, just the experience you get in that whole just those 5 years, it's like the best payoff ever. And we rode it through, man. And the DCA that we've all talked about for years paid off massively.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's opportunities, man. You know,
it is. So, but I'll let you get off, bro. I know you got shit to go do, and I got to get ready for my stream too. So,
well, enjoy. I'm gonna pop in for a little bit in the comment section.
Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate you having me on again, dude. It's good seeing you, and we'll definitely have to collab again, bro.
I appreciate it. If you guys are watching over on YouTube, all my little followers, and on X too, give Austin a follow and tap into his stream. I appreciate you, and welcome everybody who came from Austin. I appreciate you having a stream in, and I'll pop in. All right, motherfucker.
Adios,
Peace.
bud.